This is First Gen Xers.
Good evening, y'all, and welcome to today's edition of Le Classroom, featuring this week the one and only O'Malley, who is on the road, but joining us here
from an undisclosed location.
Yes. But she's here to talk sports with us as usual, because we can't miss out on talking this shit about this football. And today, unfortunately, well, first of all, check us out on Facebook. Check us out the classroom featuring where you can scan the QR code and check out the 2KK2. All right. So as y'all know, the NFL Championship Sunday is here. We had the AFC Championship game earlier today. The current AFC Championship game is currently going on there in the fourth quarter, just like the fourth quarter. But in the AFC Championship game today, the worst possible result, according to O'Malley, is what happened. As the New England Patriots defeated Jarrett Stidham in the Denver Broncos 10-7. I don't know if New England wins this game if Bo Nix is playing, but I'm not going to go there. That's excuses. Next man up, But yeah, New England's back in the Super Bowl for the first time since 2010, 2011.
Fucking fuck. There was, to me, and we were talking about this earlier, and I looked at my husband and I said, don't you even dare it with that Raiders fan is still in there. I know it's in there. I can tell. I said, because it doesn't matter whether or not I am a fan of the Raiders anymore or not. I have an ingrained, embedded, embodied hatred for both of those fucking teams. There was a no-win situation unless,
can we blow up the stadium?
Neither team won. And that. But, I also don't want, the Secret Service and the FBI, showing up at my door. So I'm not trying to say any of that. But, because they can't tie. So, can one team, can their whole team get food poisoning? And then the other teams, plane broke down and no one can get to the game. And so the Super Bowl just ends up being the NFC Championship. I don't know. I know that's some really weird shit, but
yeah.
I don't know which was worse to me. Would have been worse. If New England still had Tom Brady, that would have been a no-brainer. But right. the fact that they don't have Tom Brady anymore or Bill Belichick, although you know what? Yeah, fuck them, because I don't like Robert Kraft and his fucking human trafficking fucking girls. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Ugh. Drake May.
Drake May. The only bright spot.
Drake May.
But
everyone can have a lucky year one year, right?
Hey, all you need is one lucky year to get to win yourself a Super Bowl. And I don't know. I can't deny
and then
that.
He don't have to do shit. He don't have to do shit for the rest of his career, because then he's already won. And so, no matter what happens, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He could fucking shit the bed for the rest of his career, and it won't fucking matter. and he'll still have something that even some of the fucking greats do not have. Poor Dan Marino.
Look at Trent Dilfer. And I'm not saying dude didn't earn it. I'm not saying dude didn't earn it and he didn't deserve it. But
I mean, Carson Wentz has a
Nick
Super Bowl.
Foles,
The fucking Dan Marino does not. And yes, Nick Foles technically does too because he had played enough of that season. But, like, come on. I do feel bad. But, if he does nothing else for the rest of his career, if he somehow manages to win the Super Bowl, which I don't find that likely at all, just because regardless of who ends up winning LA versus Seattle, both of those teams and those players and their top players have much more experience. And I think that's what's going to get them through. But I mean,
I can see it.
Way to go, Drake May. No one thought you had it in you.
I will say this. At the beginning of the year, I did not have Denver Broncos as the AFC seed number 1, Patriots as the number 2 on my bingo card. Like, and I did not have those two teams facing off.
I didn't have the Denver Broncos on my bingo card at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody, to be honest with you, I can guarantee you a lot of people thought coming into this year that Denver would be decent, but the division was still Kansas City's to lose. Boy, did they lose it.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. And
they
so
gave it away.
To me,
they handed it. They said, "Here, it's a hot potato. We don't want this shit no more."
No shit. Raiders said no. Anyway,
yeah.
The
Raiders said, "No, we're allergic to winning."
No division titles for us. We're not ready yet. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing to see what they do. There's word that, like me and Swab were talking about it, there's word that the Raiders may hire McDermott. Now that the Bills got rid of him, but we'll get to McDermott a little bit later. But yeah.
Doesn't matter who the fuck they hired. They still have the same upper management and the same fucking owner. Same fucking shit, different coaching team.
All right. The Seahawks currently lead the Rams 31-27 in the early fourth. Rams just got the ball back on a punt, so that could change very soon. But both of these teams, like, holy is all I can say. Like
that, but this
Rams,
is what a conference championship should look like.
Yeah. Two of the best in the conference for sure.
And I mean, a game, a real game, not I'm going to come and fucking stomp the shit out of you. And how did you even get here, you pathetic team? Go home and cry in your Wheaties.
But that's pretty much what anybody is saying. Whoever wins once the final seconds tick off, is home and eat your Wheaties, bro. You ain't going no further.
Yeah, but especially if it's not your team that's in any of those games, what you want the most as a fan is a competitive game. A game that's like, you don't know who is going to win this until the very end.
And sometimes you're going to get a stinker here and there when bad matchups happen or things like that. But I think for the most part, the NFL is one of the leagues that consistently turns out good playoff games. Like, I think every now and then you'll get a stinker and you'll get like a blowout. Like we even had a few blowouts in the Super Bowl. But overall, I think that the NFL, they have enough parity that, especially now, especially with guys like Brady and Manning gone out, the whatchamacallit, and it just kind of being a free for all. Like we mentioned a couple of minutes ago, nobody saw the Denver Broncos going into the playoffs. That's the one seed. You know, and nobody could have saw it because it wasn't necessarily a fluke, but It was something that was unexpected. The Seattle
To go
Seahawks
from where they were at to where they are now, to where they got that, with the young ass quarterback.
A lot of people had the Rams winning the division, and a lot of those who didn't have the Rams winning when the NFC West had the 49ers win. I believe that
that was all crazy to begin with. All three of those teams, like, to have it come down like this, and then even to have the conference championship, right, be like two division teams, two division rivals. Like, it was three division rivals all the way till it wasn't, which is crazy.
Like,
so that made it interesting too.
100%. Like, and I think that was what was compelling about the playoffs this year, and the kind of the way they played out. Like I said, you didn't really have, none of your standards made it to the championship game. None of the teams that you expected to get there at the beginning of the season made it even beyond the second round of the playoffs, even beyond the division. You know, and when you get there where the final four teams that nobody saw coming, that's when football has become interesting. That's when you have superiority. I think it would be even. No, it wouldn't. Because, okay, here's the thing about it. Patriots make the Super Bowl, right? Guess who the last appearance and opponent was of the Patriots the last time they made the Super Bowl?
The Atlanta Falcons?
Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, yeah, opponents. That's right.
In 2018, the last time the Patriots made the Super Bowl.
That's right.
So
that's right.
The Rams win this game, and it's Patriots Rams again. For those of you who don't remember, the Patriots Rams Super Bowl was probably the most boring Super Bowl that you ever could have watched, and the Patriots ended up winning it 13-3. And it was the last Super Bowl won by Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
I remember. Yes, because I was still at the point where I was praying that he would just fucking retire or die.
And it's like, and see, I'm in the same conundrum that you were with the Patriots Broncos game. I don't want either one of these teams to win and go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
I hate them both. I hate the Seahawks and the Rams. Like, as a 49ers fan, we hate them both.
There is none of this, oh, well, they're in your division. You should be rooting for your division. Fuck that shit. No.
Fuck that shit.
That's absolutely why I do not want them to fucking win.
Trust me, that's why a Super Bowl win by either one of them is bittersweet for me. Because I am one of those type of people, and I'm like, well, at least it was somebody in my division that won it. But then I'm like, damn, it wasn't my team though. Like it's bittersweet.
But the only thing where it helps just a little bit, right, is when the team that beats you to go to the Super Bowl wins the Super Bowl, because then at least, like, you didn't get beat by a scrub. You got beat by the team that ended up winning the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean.
So, see, again, it has me rooting for somebody that I don't want to root for. Anyways.
Yeah. So, I mean, ugh. Again.
Parody.
You know who I'm rooting for? You know who I'm rooting for? Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is who I'm rooting for. You know who I'm rooting for? Green Day. Green Day is who I'm rooting for, especially because all of them ignorant, fucking Proud Boy, fucking racist motherfuckers were like, finally a white artist. Not realizing, do you not listen to Green Day? Do you not know who Green Day is and who they are and what they? Yeah. So So go Bad Bunny and go Green Day, because Green Day is also from Berkeley. So we gotta support. So I don't really care one way or the other who fucking wins the game, but go Bad Bunny.
All right, so we're gonna move on from the Super Bowl. We'll talk about that in a couple of weeks. We'll be talking about that for the next 2 weeks. The coach carousel has began to move again, and yeah, Mike McCarthy is officially in the works to be hired by the Pittsburgh Steelers as their next head coach. I'm pretty sure you got something interesting to say about this, so Melanie. So I'll let you go first.
I don't know, but like, this is one of those really, really weird years, right? Because so many coaches have gotten fired, and all of the coaches in the pool for coaching are all of the coaches that got fired. So, like, really, like, so take your pick of the shit coaches that just lost their job because they're shit coaches, because there aren't many, or a lot, unless you're gonna be promoting, an OC or a DC that was on a team that did well. But like, this is a really weird fucking year for the coaching stuff that's coming out. I'm waiting for Dion to start getting mentioned and shit. But as far as Pittsburgh goes, well, Pittsburgh, I hope you understand that that's probably going to be your coach for the next, 22 years.
Damn, because, Pittsburgh doesn't fire coaches right away.
Pittsburgh doesn't fire coaches.
Mike Tomlin didn't technically even get fired. Technically, Mike Tomlin stepped down.
No. Yeah, technically he stepped down. Pittsburgh does not, that's one thing I give Pittsburgh. They ain't got a cheerleading team, but they sure as shit don't fire their coaches.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Now that Roethlisberger's gone, isn't it safe to have cheerleaders again?
I guess so. I'll say this.
That was wrong.
I saw a meme a couple of days ago on the Book of the Face, and it said, "Congratulations, Steelers. You just traded one guy named Mike who couldn't get out of the first round with another guy named Mike who hasn't gotten out of the first round since 2018. Matter of fact, check it out. The last time both him and Tomlin have been to a Super Bowl was against each other.
Wow.
When the Steelers and the Packers met in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Now, love to hear your thoughts on the fact that they say
that coaching pool is just super shallow at this point, ain't it? Fuck. Because all you have is a bunch of shit coaches that just got fired from their shit ass teams because they were shit coaches.
Well, here's the thing about it. The Titans went out and got themselves pretty much what would have been one of the hotter head coaching candidates out there in South. Snatched him up right away. Harbaugh definitely would have been on the top of everybody's list, but the Giants snatched him up right away. I think Stefanski even would have been on a couple people's lists, but he got snapped up.
Yeah, Harbaugh was a different story. That's not, that was just, he was where he was, and where he was well past ran its course. That's a bit different than some of the other firings that we've seen, where they also, not only have they gotten fired after multiple years with their team, but not a whole lot of a record or a history themselves of getting very far. Harbaugh, that's not what the case is. So, he was probably, to me, the number one name that was available going into,
And we haven't heard from him yet about whether or not he's going to continue coaching. But Tomlin would be I think that he would be a good fit somewhere. Where, I don't know. But
I thought I heard that that he wasn't going to be coaching anymore, that he was also going to take this time to like spend the time with his family.
okay.
But I could be wrong.
As much money as he earned over like what, almost 2 decades as the Steelers coach, like take your rest, young man.
I mean that, yeah, it's, I mean, he's earned retirement. There's zero reason why he needs to coach. I could see him maybe doing some commenting here or there or something like that, but like,
get hired on by CBS or
like
NBC or something like that.
Sir, you have worked a state job. You deserve to retire. I mean,
no shit.
He literally he was with the Steelers long enough for government retirement. So like there is no reason for him to have to. Why? He's won everything that matters.
Yeah, he has multiple seasons. Like, I don't think he ever had a losing season. Like, I think the entire time that he coached the Steelers, I don't think he ever had a losing season. And remember, he's only been the 4th Steelers coach in their entire history.
Yeah,
it's like him, Cowher.
Again, they don't fire coaches.
That's the kind of job McCarthy needs, though, because he keeps getting himself fired from jobs.
The coach before Tomlin was like 20-something fucking years or some shit.
Yeah, Bill Cowher. Yep.
So like, okay, well, I mean, at least, you know, at least the ownership is much more level-headed than Jerry Jones.
True.
The Rooney family is much more stable mentally.
Well, and I'll say, before we get on to the next coaching subject before break, the last coaching subject before break, I will say this: it looks like signs point at this point that McDaniels is going to be the OC for the Chargers. So he's going to go ahead and take that step back to be an OC.
About that.
Yeah, instead of going for another head coaching position. Smart. Saleh did that.
Have you seen the memes that have, it's like 3 different pictures? It's him when he first got to Miami, and then after such and such year, and then the last one was him as that the dude with the grill, that shit's fucking hilarious. But they're talking about how he changed it. I mean, hey, it's climate-wise, yeah. I mean, that should be an interesting combination, him and Harbaugh. Huh.
Yeah, him and John. Remember, John's more of a defensive guy, so if you give him a good offensive coordinator, they can do big things.
That's true. That's true. So
all right.
And he is a good offensive coordinator. So
yeah.
You know, and honestly, I actually kind of feel for him, because I don't feel like everything that happened in Miami was his fault either. He couldn't really help the fact that Tua couldn't fucking stay healthy.
Yeah, like that wasn't on him. You got to be able to take some kind of but the Bills evidently did not like having a coach that actually won football games and actually made the seasons interesting. So they fired Sean McDermott, which puts him out there as another good head coaching candidate that could step up one of these other jobs.
I feel like a quarter of the league fired their coaches this season.
I want to say at one point there were 8 open coaching positions. So yeah,
That's
damn near.
crazy. I mean, too bad the Raiders need more than a coach.
How many head coaches have been fired this NFL offseason?
At least 10 NFL head coaches have been changed this offseason, which includes both firings and resignations. Notable changes include
10. 10, at least 10 head coaching positions became available, matching records set in 2022 and 2006.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pete Carroll, Kevin
That's
Stefanski, Jonathan Gannon
That's
in
actually almost
Arizona.
That's almost a third of the league's coaches.
Oh, the Ravens hired Jesse Minter to be their new head coach.
Who?
Let's ask. Who is Jesse Minter?
Jesse Minter is an American football coach
Who was hired as the head coach of the NFL Ravens in January 26, previously the defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers, 24-25, and Michigan. So he followed Harbaugh from Michigan to the back to the NFL. Minter is a respected defensive strategist known for his transforming units into top-ranked defenses. He's actually worked for both Harbaugh brothers. He worked with John before he worked with Jim at Michigan, and then he followed Jim with that over to the Chargers, and now he's the head coach of the Ravens. Yeah. Where's my Eric Bieniemy? Why is he back as the OC for Kansas City instead of getting his own team? Just saying. Did anybody even interview Bieniemy? I don't know. But the Bills are on their search for a head coach. I agree with somebody who said that they did not understand why McDermott got fired, because who the hell are you going to find that's better and can do more than what he was doing with that squad?
But that makes you wonder, right?
Yeah.
Given that, right? It makes you wonder why he was actually fired.
There's got to be more to that story. There's got to be more to that story.
Because it doesn't, because logically that doesn't make sense. Right. So when it doesn't logically make sense, there's usually something personal, financial, something else.
Something not above the board that's going on behind all that stuff.
Yes. So
but I'm pretty sure McDermott will land on his feet. He'll get his coaching money from somewhere. Quick side note.
I think when I think once he does land on his feet, I think we might learn a little bit more of what actually happened. But I don't think that won't come out until he's got another job.
Yeah. Until he's worked his way into somewhere. And I believe he will. But well, say one last thing with the coaches was looks like Gus Bradley. I didn't realize that former Chargers defensive coordinator and defensive mind is the top in-house candidate for the 49ers defensive coordinator position to keep continuity with Robert Saleh and what he was doing before he left to Tennessee. And then there was something else on the board that was NFL related. Oh yeah, no. The Swab brought up the fact that McDermott should be the Raiders' top choice, being that they're going to be getting the young stud quarterback. They got a little bit of cap room, and he's got a few picks. I believe the Raiders had pretty much all their picks, including their first rounder. So he'll have some picks to be able to fill out his roster with some top tier players. He'll be picking at the top of just about. But what do you think of thoughts about McDermott being a good fit? I know you say the Raiders will never be good until Mark Davis has been exercised from the franchise. But would McDermott be a good fit?
who would even want to go and coach the Raiders at this point? Like, no, and that's, I mean, you can call that hate or whatever you want, but that's actually a legitimate question.
Yeah.
Because, and back to, not just because I hate Mark Davis and all of that, but when you've got Amy Trask over here, who is highly respected, probably who Al wished had been his kid instead of the bowl cut fucking weirdo he got, when she's sitting there saying that their problem is their front office management ownership, like, what coach in their actual right mind wants to go and coach the Raiders? Now, I could see somebody like Deion Sanders with a big enough ego thinking none of that matters, he could do anything, trying to
Yeah.
take it on. But someone else who does not have that amount of audacity, and is more safe when it comes to coaching, like, who in their right mind would actually even want to go to that dysfunctional, fucked up toilet bowl in the goddamn desert?
Somebody that's desperate
So, I
to get a
mean,
hold of a team so that they can try to establish
okay,
themselves as the head coach. Just saying.
that's not the
There
team
are
to do
people just,
it with.
yeah, that's not.
You'd be better off going. You'd be better off going and getting a couple good years as a coordinator in somewhere than you would be taking the head coaching job at the Raiders. Fuck it, because there goes your chance at coaching for the rest of ever. Fucking
They'll
ask
get
Dennis Allen
somebody.
how long it took him to get another head coaching position.
Damn. But I'm pretty sure the Raiders will get
He got fired on his day off. Fuck.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for the first block of the show. We're going to come back and talk a little bit about some stuff going on in the NBA, and then we're going to talk about that national championship game with the guy who's got to be the saddest number one pick in the history of number one picks. And that is Fernando Mendoza.
Poor kid.
Indiana Hoosiers. At least he went out on top on college, right?
Poor kid.
All right.
Poor kid. Poor kid. Poor kid. Poor kid. Poor kid. Take a gap year, you poor kid.
We'll get to that after the break, please.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. Poetic beat. First GenXers. Gia. Get it. I can't. Let me get up in the lab. Turn the switch to the Xbox and get up in my zone. I'm clouded. Let me clear my throat for a minute. And in it.
To keep it up, you got to.
Yeah, that wasn't working. So We're going ahead and come back. There we go. I don't know what happens with that thing. But anyway, so yeah, tune in to First GenXers Broadcast Network. We got a bunch of different shows. Check us out. wk.14 Network or Twitch or YouTube. There you go. Okay, so now we are back and we are going to be talking some NBA Week 14 stories starting with key injuries this week. There have been a couple of key injuries announced to NBA stars, such as Giannis. I won't attempt to butcher his last name. Yeah, expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with a strained calf. John Morant out for at least 3 weeks. What's up?
I said Antetokounmpo is what his last name is.
Yes, that name.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not going to try. And then at least 3 weeks due to UCL sprain in his left elbow. And then the Warriors also lost Jimmy Butler for the rest of the season to a torn ACL. Oh, my goodness. Now, the Warriors did win their game against the Timberwolves tonight, so they might be able to still get into the playoffs. But everybody's saying they're a first-round exit without Jimmy, and I can see why. I can see why. It sucks, but I can see why.
Okay, except for they're saying that right now. We haven't even gotten to the trade deadline. They could pull off some fucking weird fucking juju magic fucking Giannis is hurt right now, but not forever kind of shit. And who knows what could happen.
I wouldn't mind seeing them move Kuminga since he don't want to be here for somebody like
bro, just let him go. Fucking
Mikal Bridges.
Send him away. Bye. Trying to think of like the worst place to send him.
Send him to New Orleans. He'd actually there's actually
that
a
works.
growing something there. But
You could send him to the Kings.
yeah, but then that would actually make them better.
Well, he
He
thinks it would make them better. But you know, what we have here is a personality and character flaw.
Yeah.
It's not a basketball flaw. So if he gets somewhere and he's still not getting what he thinks he deserves, then he's going to have the same issues. And I hate to break it to him. He's good. I'm not going to, and he had the ability to be Steph after Steph, but he also has not put in enough time to act the way that he is acting.
100%. Now, I will put an asterisk on this. He's probably not going to get traded before the deadline. But the absence of Jimmy opens up minutes that if he can take advantage of them, he can earn a better draft pick or he can earn a better haul for the Warriors to be more willing to move over the last few games. Because Steve Kerr himself has said that one of the issues with why he wasn't playing Kuminga is because the combination of Kuminga and Butler wasn't viable. And so with Butler out indefinitely.
Nope, I don't agree. I think he's gone by the deadline. And I think that's because even with Jimmy gone and even with him having the opportunity to go back in that spot that they need him, the word on the street is that the relationship and the trust between Kuminga and Kerr has deteriorated to the point of I think him continuing to be there is more detrimental to the team than trading him at the trade deadline.
Fair enough.
But we got we got over a week, so I mean he suck it the fuck up and adjust his attitude and prove me wrong. I mean, I feel for the kid. It's just I don't like this shit because the way he's acting is like he thinks he is already someone like Steph or Draymond, and he's just not.
Well, doesn't he have a ring with us off the bench? Because hasn't he been with us for 4 years? So no, because we won. Yeah, last one in 2022. So we won one his rookie year, didn't we?
So he should be thankful for that.
Well, no, I agree, but I'm just saying that may have inflated his head.
Right? Okay, but again, rookie off the bench. So and that's the other thing is I mean I get it. These kids don't always have control over the teams that they go to, but when you go to a team that has Steph and Draymond and Clay and some fucking other people, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
You are not Steph. I don't fucking care who you are, and you will never be Steph.
Yeah.
Like, but the crazy thing him to Steph is one of those players that if he still wanted to play past a certain point, he's not LeBron. He doesn't need the spotlight. He has no problem taking a step back. He's just not at that point yet. He doesn't need to. So, like, I feel like Kuminga actually really kind of screwed his own self here. But on the other hand, this team is going to look 1,000% different in the next 1 to 3 years. So,
yeah,
in that period, there's going to be no Steph, no Draymond, no Kerr. We're on borrowed time at this point.
pretty much. There was a multiple game postponements across the U.S. caused by a drastic winter storm. It caused games like the Maverick Bucks or Nuggets Grizzlies to be postponed that were supposed to take place today. The Warriors Timberwolves game was moved to today, which the Warriors won actually pretty handily due to an off-court incident that went on in Minneapolis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mad respect to both of those teams for that, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. Understood the levity of the moment, and not levity, but the weight of the moment.
Steve Kerr once again proves that it's not always about basketball.
100%. So, but I think those games are scheduled to be remade or later in the week. They're so precise with how they do the NBA schedule. It always kills me when they have to postpone stuff because it's like you can't do it. Like for some odd reason, like basketball doesn't do double headers like baseball does. Like, and I get it.
Yeah, but
playing 2 games of basketball.
You'll see like it makes. I mean, I can see it though because you'll reach parts in the team like when in the season. Like I was looking at the rankings the other day, and it's like there's still teams that are like 3 to 4 games behind in the number of games they've played this season.
In total games
so
played, yeah.
without even having any games canceled or postponed. So I mean they get it in, they fit it in where they can.
Yeah. They should. I agree with you. Like that's an issue. Like they should set up the schedule to where every team has played 42 games by the All-Star. Or what is it? 41 games. Every team has played 41 games by the All-Star. Like they could set it up like that. You know what I'm saying? And then they take the All-Star break, and then every team comes out. They play the other 41 games to get to the 82.
Because that is a true half of a season for everybody.
You don't have you don't have teams that have only played 37 versus teams that have played 45 already by the All-Star break. Like that's just stupid. All right. So the other thing that happened this week is in a heartfelt ceremony this week, the Chicago Bulls retired hometown heroes Derrick Rose's jersey. A night made more special by a game-winning shot from teammate Kevin Hueter just before the ceremony. I'm pretty impressed with that. Derrick Rose deserved it. He literally gave his everything and his knee to the city of Chicago. And he tried to make a comeback with the T-Wolves. It didn't exactly work out, but Derrick Rose deserved to have his Bulls jersey retired.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. He definitely gave his body to that team because, and I feel bad for that because he had the chance and ability to have been so much more than he ended up being solely because of all of the injuries. So, but even with that said, he still had a great career. I'm not taking away from his career. It just would have been, I mean, imagine what his career would have been like without that.
All right. So we'll get some early thoughts real quick in the middle of the basketball thing. Seahawks just beat the Rams to go to the Super Bowl. So we got Seahawks Patriots rematch from what? When was that? 2009? The Marshawn Lynch game.
Oh yeah. God, what year was
What
that?
year did the Seahawks and Patriots play in the Super Bowl? 2015.
Okay, it was funny. I was talking to my husband earlier. He called to check, me on my drive, and he was telling me what was going on the game. And he said the Seahawks were in the red zone, and I was like, "Give the ball to Marshawn."
He's not even on the team, but still, give him the ball.
Right.
You goddamn ball.
And then he was like, "They're not that close yet," but yeah.
It should make for an interesting Super Bowl. We'll talk more about it next week. We got 2 weeks till the actual game. Wow, Drake May versus fucking Sam Darnold. God damn.
Wow.
Sam Darnold.
Go USC.
3 years ago, that fool was the backup quarterback for the 49ers. This year, he is taking the Seattle Seahawks in its first year.
Wasn't he at the Raiders for like 2.5 seconds?
I don't remember. I know he went from San Francisco's back up to the Vikings, and then from the Vikings to the Seahawks.
But I feel like he went as I felt like he went as the backup at the Raiders to the backup at the Niners.
Did he? Let's see. Has Sam Darnold ever played for the Raiders?
No, Sam Darnold has never played for the Las Vegas Raiders. While there were reports about the Raiders considering him, Tom Brady opposed the move. The Raiders traded
Oh, wow. Wow. That doesn't shock. It said Tom Brady opposed the move. Doesn't look good for you now, Tom. Doesn't look good for you now, bro.
Yeah, well, fuck Tom Brady.
But congratulations to the Seahawks. Congratulations to the Patriots. Like I said, we'll talk more about that game next week. All right. So back to basketball. Finally, the final story we'll talk about real quick is All-Star coach. And was Warriors lose Jimmy too. But JB Bickerstaff was named the head coach of the 2026 All-Star game after just one coach for both teams. I'm pretty sure he was named. He's the Detroit Pistons coach. I'm pretty sure that they mean for the Eastern Conference because he's the Pistons head coach. So he probably got it for the Eastern Conference. I don't know who got it for the Western. Maybe they'll announce it tomorrow. But yeah. So what do you think of JB Bickerstaff getting his honors being the head coach because his team has the best record? Do you think?
I don't care. I mean, it doesn't like I don't care. It don't make no difference to me. It doesn't mean shit at the end of the day. Fucking, I'm over here thinking, and I know this happened a couple weeks ago. I'm over here thinking back to, man, poor Trey Young. That kid got traded right in the middle of a fucking game.
Oh shit. Trey Young, that poor kid.
But as far as the coaching the All-Star game, it's not like he's the coach of the Olympic team. Like,
yeah. That's going to go to supposedly Eric Spoelstra after Steve Kerr steps down.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I do say something. All right. And then last thing, of course, is Jimmy Butler out for the season with an ACL. What do you think this is going to do for the Warriors season?
Not my Jimmy. No. Well, I mean, definitely not going to help the Warriors season. We weren't feeling super great before his injury, although like we'd had some decent games, and then we've had some games where like they were close and we should have won and didn't. But I mean, honestly, unless we pull off some sort of weird ass miracle at the trade deadline, I don't
early exit for sure.
Yeah, I don't see anything happening, and I see that could mean some things at the end of the season, because I also don't necessarily see these guys going past like this season. If I don't know.
I think Steph's got a couple more seasons in him. But I think Draymond's got a couple more seasons.
I mean, I would love to think that, and love to believe that, but I also don't want to see him fucking pull a LeBron. Now, granted, like I already said earlier, Steph is one that if he just wants to play, he had no problem coming off the bench. I get that. Like, he is a teammate. There is a reason why the Golden State Warriors historically over, in Steph's tenure and in all of these couple of decades that we've been going through this, is high in the assists category, because like he doesn't have to make the play, unlike someone down south who has to do everything. So I mean, yeah, he could foreseeably play for a lot longer, but like I also see him being fulfilled in like retiring, because he's got kids and a wife that I imagine they would like to be able to have an actual family.
Well, I'll say this. I think that he wants number 5, and I think it's going to be a season-to-season thing in whether or not he feels.
Okay, I would like to see him get 5 too. Like, yes, Steph, don't stop until you get 5. I don't care what you have to do to get 5, but get 5. You just have to have 5.
But I think he'll stick around for another year or two until he feels.
I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about that. He needs to get 5 before he goes, because fuck LeBron.
So we only got 2 stories, or really 1 story, for the top other sports, and that is we're going to give our thoughts on the national title game, which was won by Indiana in convincing fashion over Miami, and Fernando Mendoza becomes the 10th or 12th quarterback, something like that, to win the Heisman and the national championship in the same season. Your thoughts on Indiana and the future Raiders #1 pick?
I mean, poor kid. I mean, at least you've really learned what it feels like to win. Remember that. Cherish it. Don't forget it.
eras
Because
of
it's going to be
yeah,
a long time before you win again.
Yeah. You going to Oakland, so it's going to be a long time. There have only been 8 that have won the Heisman, quarterbacks that have won the Heisman and the national championship in the same season, and the last one to do it was Joe Burrow in 2019. So, but hey, if Mendoza can be happy with Burrow is, the Raiders may have themselves a franchise quarterback.
I remember what they did to their last franchise quarterback. So, yeah.
He'll be better than Jamarcus Russell.
I mean, you got to set the bar a little higher than that. I mean, fucking Johnny Manziel would be better than fucking Jamarcus Russell.
Russell, no shit.
You know, fucking I take Tim Tebow over Jamarcus Russell. So fuck Jamarcus Russell and fuck Saban, because fucking Jamarcus Russell was a Saban product. So fuck all of them. And LSU. Fuck LSU too. Because we had to share a national championship with LSU, and that's some fucking bullshit.
That was back in the day when they used to do the code.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit.
Now we have a definitive plan. What are your thoughts on the fact that they said that definitively for at least next year for sure that the college football playoff is going to stay at 12?
Dumb. Dumb.
You think it's already time?
Stupid. Well, I think here's why I even think it's stupid. Like, why aren't you guys getting on this? It means more money.
Yeah.
I mean, more revenue, more TV, more merchandise, more tickets, more all of that. Like, how is that even a bad thing?
I think it boils down to this too. I think it boils down to top conferences like the SEC and the Big Ten don't want to lose face, so to speak. What I mean by that is they don't want to have a season where a San Diego State knocks off of Michigan in the college football playoff because they get in the number 22 seed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and it kind of to them it dilutes the water of the elite round that is the college football playoff.
Because because before you even said that, I was gonna say, because some of these motherfuckers are still stuck in the BCS fucking headspace, and so teams like UC Davis, teams like San Diego State, teams like fucking even Fresno State and fucking all of them are never going to be looked at. Portland State, they're never going to be looked at. They will never be looked at like that until these people get out of the BCS. But that's all that they've got to continue to hold on to. Now with the transfer portal and then NIL making it that much more difficult, they've got to hold on to something. So yeah, they don't want to share their piece of the pie, and I get it, because they're a bunch of fucking bitches.
And I think this season showed that the reign of there being one or two dominant conferences and then everybody else just kind of is done. And I don't mean that because don't get me wrong. ACC is a pretty big conference and the Big Ten is a big conference. You know, it is one of the Power Five. But I mean, like, you're going to start, don't get it twisted. Over time, even if they stick with 12, you're going to start seeing some random schools that you've never really, like, followed, like Jacksonville State or you know what I'm saying, like, you know, in Louisiana Tech or somebody like that in a college football playoff. And they may not make a run. I'm not saying they're going to make a run all the way to the title game. I'm just saying like they could win a game or two. You know, if Indiana, the losingest school in the history of college football, in 2 years, this coach turned them around and made them national champion.
One of the breweries also has given him a lifetime endless supply of beer.
Now that's the perks that make it worth being a college coach.
Yes.
Those are the perks that make it worth being a coach.
Absolutely. So
Oh
this
man,
is where we're at. I was
I'll
glad
never
to
forget.
see. I was glad to see them win. I have a friend who went to Miami, so I know that he was probably crying in his Cheerios. But it was nice to see an underdog, and I say that not in the way that they were definitely not an underdog in the season, but an underdog in the aspect of going into the season. I don't think anybody even had Indiana in the playoffs on their bingo card, let alone winners of they're the national champions. So
As my dad would always say it, only people that thought they was gonna win was in their fan base, and half of them motherfuckers didn't think they was gonna win either.
right,
So
right.
like, they surprised
and the ones
everybody.
and the ones who did are the Delulu ones that think that they're gonna win every year no matter
Every
what.
year.
So
And
like
the clock
that's
just happened to be right.
right. Fucking just
It's like the
happened.
Cowboy
It'll
fan
be
theory.
another 2 decades before it'll be right again. But whatever.
It's like the Cowboy fan theory. Just say it's our year every year. 1 year you will be right. 1 year eventually will be right.
Yeah. Well.
And I'm like,
I mean, I guess you could say that for the Niners. Although I didn't hear Quest for 6 this year, so.
But there was no. The whole
it,
thing about it is there's a quest for 6. Okay, but that's not saying we're gonna win it. Like Cowboys fans are actually out there saying outright, we're gonna win it this year. This is our year.
Right.
Like just saying we're on a quest for a 6th championship, that could take a decade to finish that quest.
Even proven it can get out of the fucking divisional playoffs. So
yeah.
Like yes, I get that, but that it's Lulu. They're super Delulu.
And here's the thing about it.
Yay, go! But I mean, even us diehard Raider fans, realistic.
Yeah, no. And I would say, like I said, the Dallas Cowboy fans and Los Angeles Laker fans are pretty much, to me, the 2 worst fan bases when it comes to that. Like, not knocking either fan base. Glad you love your team. But I swear to God, those are the primary 2 fan bases that I hear at the beginning of every season. This is our year. This is the roster. We're going to win a championship this year. Y'all ain't nothing nobody can do at the beginning of every year.
No, because not my husband. Because my husband is a diehard Laker fan who is a very sad and distraught Laker fan right now, who is not a "this is our year" Laker fan. I do not want us to win shit while that motherfucker is still on our team. He needs to leave now. So he team as long as LeBron is on it.
And I don't blame him.
I don't either.
I'd have to question my fandom of the Warriors if they brought in LeBron. Genuinely would.
I know he keeps trying to convince, like, put it out into the universe for the Warriors to looked at him and said, why are you asking for a divorce?
I got it. A 3-way trade that sends Anthony Edwards to the Lakers, LeBron to the Bucks, and Giannis to the Warriors.
Wow, that's a.
And we'll send Jonathan Kuminga to the Bucks too with a couple of draft picks.
Okay, yeah. How about it?
I don't know why Anthony Edwards has to go to LA, but
yes, absolutely. Put Kuminga with LeBron, and Kuminga will realize how good he has had it his time with the fucking Warriors. Absolutely. I would love to fucking see that happen. He's gonna be fucking crying.
Oh man. Lesson learned, young man. Lesson learned. All right. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. You guys can find, hopefully, if the weather's calmed down on the other coast, Saint will be doing an episode of Now versus Then Fusion later on, MBT Fusion. I'll be back on Tuesday with some video games with College Football 26. I hope you guys have enjoyed this first month that's been weird as fuck, even in the sports world. And O'Malley, you care to close us out?
Yeah, I mean, I know I already said it at least 15 times tonight, but fuck LeBron. I'm so over this, and I really trouble in paradise because thou dost protest too much, you know, with this. No, everything is okay between Genie and LeBron and blah, blah, blah. So fuck all of you. Fuck LeBron.
I'm with you on that.
Don't you even dare think of fucking no. Don't even try to be looking at the fucking Warriors about that shit. You can miss me with that. I've already lost enough with the Raiders and the A's. Do not do that to me.
You can't. No. That would be the trifecta of hell. Nope. A's and Raiders leave, and LeBron comes to the Warriors. Nope. That'd be the end of days is near.
Living at that point. Yep. Just take me now. I'm done. I gave it the good old college try, but fuck that shit.
That's just too much. That was the tipping point right there.
But I'll be happy to take Giannis. I'll be happy to take Giannis. So
yes.
I was hoping we'd get him in the off season. So I mean, trade deadline. I know he's injured, but he'll come back from that. So if we could just hold shit together long enough for him to get better. Sorry, Jimmy. Bye, Kuminga.
Dang. I don't like trading Moody or Pods. I like them in their roles, or GP2.
No, yeah, I don't want. No, yeah, we're not trading none of them. No, absolutely
Give up Trace Jackson Davis though. Give Trace Jackson Davis and Kuminga and some draft picks.
He's got too many names, so yeah, I'm okay
Trace
with him
Jackson
going too.
Davis.
So I mean,
all right.
Fucking. Yeah, fuck LeBron and fuck Bronny with his 2 fucking all-star votes. What in the actual fuck?
I bet you those 2 of his homies from USC.
Yeah.
His 2 best friends, his Rich Paul and his Maverick Carter.
Wow. Oh my god.
That's his squad. They went in there and voted for him.
I can't even. How much did
they
Daddy
couldn't even vote for him like once a day.
That?
They just went in there and voted for him once.
Wow.
That's
worse than no. That's worse than no votes at all. Honestly.
Very true.
2
Very
votes.
True.
That is. Yeah.
Wow. All right. So that's gonna do it for us this week, guys. It's been a pleasure, O'Malley. Thank you for tapping in from position undisclosed, and we will see you all next week when we'll be talking some Super Bowl, some more NBA, and who knows what else. We talk about everything. We will see you guys later. Be good to each other and take care of each other. We're out. Peace.
That